My second team.
And Jack, it is $8 million. Did you look that up?
It was on my screen.
My second team.
$7.9 million.
That has a rude awakening coming. This is from the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are several candidates here. Could Alabama have a rude awakening coming? Maybe. I doubt it. Coach is too good. Could Ole Miss have a rude awakening coming? That's possible. Could Tennessee, after going 10-2, have a rude awakening coming?
I know where you're going.
Yes, all of these are possibly. But there's one fan base that's a little too big for his britches and acting a little too mighty because they finished the season strong.
Can I guess?
Yes.
South Carolina Gamecocks.
The South Carolina Gamecocks spent 2/3 of the 2022 season being an average to mediocre football team. They were not very good. And then in November, they turned it on and finished strong, and they beat Tennessee and they beat Clemson. Then they went and lost to Notre Dame in the bowl, who wasn't all that great.
Close game.
Close game.
Really good game, too.
Really good game. High scoring. But there's this assumption that now in year 3 of Shane Beamer that they're ready to take the next step, that their fans believe they're going to win 9-10 games. It's time to take that step from 6 or 7 or 8 to 9 or 10. And I don't think I see it. The over-under total from Vegas is 6.5 for this team, which is a troubling number because Vegas does not like them at all. And I'm just saying, they got shelled by Missouri at home last year. Florida, a terrible Florida team, beat them 38-6. You can look, if you want to look at that season and take out the positives, you also have to balance it with the negatives, and they were there too. I think South Carolina, if you're planning to go 9-3 or 10-2 this year and beat Tennessee and Clemson again, you better pump your brakes because that's going to be tough.
This is Groundhog Day with this conversation, but it all hinges on Spencer Rattler. Because in those games that you just mentioned where they got absolutely shellacked, Spencer Rattler played like shit. In the games where they won and they were super impressive, Spencer Rattler was the guy that we expected him to be at Oklahoma.
What would you rank them in their division? Both of you.
So I think I would comfortably put them in a tie for third right now.
I would say 4.
So I would go Georgia, obviously.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Georgia, Tennessee, and then tie 3 is Kentucky and South Carolina.
I would put Kentucky ahead of them.
I think in my mind, Florida, Kentucky, Auburn, South Carolina could all be ahead of each other.
Well, Auburn's not in their division.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But Florida, Kentucky, South Carolina.
You think Florida could be decent?
Yeah. I think they could be better than South Carolina. Where's that game?
So it should be in Columbia because they beat 38-6 in Gainesville last year.
But, I mean, South Carolina fans are assuming that the team is going to come back the way that they finished this season. And again, to me, majority of it is going to hinge on Spencer Rattler. Remember when Spencer Rattler acted like he could potentially enter the NFL draft?
Yeah.
After the end of last season?
That's
how high not only he was on himself.
Massive, you're right.
But the crowd and the fans, we were sitting here talking about Spencer Rattler potentially entering early.
They also have a new offensive coordinator.
So, when you look at and the game where he had 6 touchdowns, was it against Tennessee?
Yep.
And he
played pretty well against Clemson.
But then all the earlier season, it was every SEC game combined, he had not hit that number. So to me, it's which one do we get? Is it Jekyll? Is it Hyde? I don't blame them for being high. Look at the way they ended the season.
Yeah, I would
How
have
could you not
Hyde
be?
too.